Hello, happy Monday, welcome to weekly vlog 58. I am particularly tired and feeling, I've just put glasses on but they're kind of hiding my face and they particularly tired today and feeling a bit, if I'm entirely honest, my back's kind of showing all my eyeballs. Woke up to them mowing the grass, 0 out of 10, so eyes are a bit puffy. I just had a night of really quite horrendous nightmares, if I'm entirely honest. I woke up from one, went straight into another. So yeah. So I am quite tired today. And there's my belly telling you that that's not very happy either. Because of course, all your gastrointestinal stuff is connected to your brain quite a lot. So yeah, not really planning to be anything productive today. My face is so sore. I keep catching these too, and yet the face is not happy. There's a spot there as well, I can feel that one. But yeah, got rough to college. Had a nice chat actually with my neighbour because they took a whole load of spare wood I had outside the front of my house to the dump for me recently. So yeah, I was able to catch them and say thank you, which was very nice of them. Yeah, if you saw the weekend vlog that went live, that will be going live Tuesday. For me it's tomorrow, for you it was a few days ago. It's fun how things work in YouTube land. You would have seen I finished the cardigan. Very happy with it. Also did a load of sketchbook work, which I was really pleased with how much I managed to do of that. And yeah, so I'm definitely going to be doing some more sketchbook work this week. Thinking doing another day of some painting, getting the last of the underpainting done on my first holiday in that sketchbook, so then that whole holiday can be finished and then I can move on to the next bits. So yeah, obviously once I've finished underpainting it, sketch my way through what I need sketching, and then yeah, so that's kind of the plan, is yeah, to be working on sorry, I keep blinking one eye, so I'm bug. Work on that this week. I've got my cardigan here. I'm going to start... Oh god, you excuse my yawning. I'm going to start sewing in all the loose threads. I can do that either before or after steaming. I'm going to do it before steaming, just so then I can do it, then I steam block it, and then it's done. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. So yeah, so I'm going to get started on that. Oh god, such a loud belly. Tomorrow is Penny's Day, so it restarts my financial month, which will take us from obviously this month to then the last day of Paris holiday and the first week of France holiday and the Easter holidays. So yeah, so we have got quite a month of savings coming up. I've just sat and done my little financial budget book that I got off TikTok shop. It's really good. I find it really useful. So yeah, so I've just done all that, wrote down bits and pieces in there and figured some stuff out, and wrote down bits because I keep track of, I wrote down basically everything I spent in there, and then I figure it into how much I spent totally each week, what was bills, what was food, what was extra, and what was on the credit card. You know, some weeks I spend on it, other weeks I pay off. So yeah, hoping that this month coming up, your financial month starting tomorrow, is going to be a lot of paying off on it, and not really spending on it is the aim. So yeah, but yeah, so the money that was left in my bank account today, I moved into holiday bit. So yeah, and then paid a bit of credit card with it as well. So yeah, so that I now have 130 my savings, which works well because then I need basically your Disney ticket's 150, which is what I was hoping to have with savings at the end of the month, even with my bit splurgy spending this month. I'm nearly there, so yeah, so I will be buying Disney tickets tomorrow, so they are bought and done. And then I think I will also do the Airbnb payment tomorrow, because you can pay it whenever, so I'm going to pay that tomorrow, so that is also done. So I don't have to worry about it. Basically, then I know whatever money is left for the month is bills, food, holiday, because obviously I've got to pay for 2 holidays. Ryan's obviously, you know, a bit easier because, you know, Skegness is some shops, arcades, markets, food, obviously pay for his food for the week or 2 weeks, and what else? They said they might go do some banger racing while they're up that way. I think they said there was a meet during the 2 weeks they're there. So yeah, and obviously I hope to, I don't think I'll go to the first one because it's the day after we get back from holiday. So this month is not going to be much second-hand spending, because obviously saving, and then want to do my second-hand spending this month, financial month we'll call it, is going to be in Paris at the thrift shops, because I love them so much. I have so much fun. I like what I get there, and yeah, I'm looking forward to taking Rosie there. So she said the other day, she was like, you have such luck with finding clothes second hand. I don't. And I'm like, let me take you to my favourite place. So yeah, so I'm excited to take her there, and you know, let her have a real mooch and see through. So yeah, but home wise, we're not going to be spending a lot of money. I'm going to try and just save this month, because then we can have a nice breakaway. That's the aim. Obviously I'm that organised person who wants to take the Disney tickets done at the Airbnb. Everything is paid for majorly. All the tickets have been booked that needs booking. Museum tickets have been booked. The other one we want to go to is free to walk in. Musée Carnavalet, museum about the history of Paris. I've got a Temu delivery due this week, but there will be no Temu this month. That's sort of a thing. Last month I tried, I wasn't very good, but yeah, this month is, yeah, I've got this one coming from, but yeah, this financial month, no Temu buying, no bits, you know, so yeah, I might remove my card from Vinted as well. It's a very good tip if you're just needing to be really on top of stuff. Remove your card from Vinted, then you can't use it. What else? That's kind of it really. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this week, I'm gonna go through my freezers, so I've got a teeny tiny one attached to my fridge and then a big one that I bought. We're gonna go through the freezers and we're gonna do a mega list of everything in there, so then we can see what we've got to then make dinners. And then when I go food shopping in a day or two, I know what I need to get necessarily for this week onwards. God damn it, Belly. It wants to join in the conversation. I already know I need Lucasades this week because we're down to 4 left, so yeah. But I have got fun stuff like, you know, my mum gave me some really cool glass jugs for my fridge to put juice in, and I've got like cartons of juice downstairs and upstairs, so you know, we do have other drinks that Ryan will drink, so yeah, so these are options. By the way, I scooped my hair up today in a little clip just because with my eyes being itchy it just needed to be up, and yeah, it's now long enough for a little clip. But yeah, so that's kind of, yeah, a bit of rambling nonsense out of my brain this morning. Is, yeah, we've done financial stuff for the upcoming month. This is going to be a sensible month, but it's going to be fun because I'm planning to do obviously some more homemade stuff. I'm going to have some fun, I think, looking at my big bag of wool with chunky yarn in it. There is like some grey and some yellow. I'm tempted to I mean, I might do it later, or I might do it, you know, tomorrow or another day. Look up. I remember seeing some really good video tutorials on how to make baskets out of crochet, like crochet your own basket, and I thought doing it with chunky wool would be really cool as some storage, because there's always storage needed somewhere in my house. And I'm thinking on the table there are some little baskets, but they don't necessarily work very well for all things. Like, I've got a basket that the bit of the back is all my, you know, to do projects, and they're just lumped in, but they don't fit in the basket, so I just need a bigger basket on there. So yeah, and having recently got rid of my overlocker to my sister, you know, that would be sensible to, yeah, I might look into crocheting some storage this week. Would be very fun, and very productive and useful. So yeah, so I'm thinking I might do that with some of my chunky wool that I have in my bag of stuff. So yeah, and I think that'll be a very good use for it. I'm not necessarily going to make anything out grey. It reminds me too much of school jumpers, if I'm entirely honest. It's very school grey, and I don't particularly wear grey as a colour. The only grey I think that is acceptable is like grey velvet. That's about the limit, or as a background on a t-shirt, but I'm not a fan of grey as a colour, you know. It's not my personal choice. If I were to, I go colourful or not. So yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, so we're going to try and crochet some storage this week. Finish up with the weaving in of threads on this sunflower cardi that is here, because then once it is steamed I can start wearing it, which I'm very excited about, because yeah, I started wearing my black one over the weekend. I forgot how lovely homemade garments are, and the fact this one, I really like the sleeves on this one, so I do know from now on if I do a patchwork or square style jumper or cardigan, I'm going to go with this sleeve configuration of 4x3 and then a ribbed cuff, because my god, it is comfortable and it's so warm, and it traps the warmth in your sleeves. And yeah, so yeah, I'm so gonna do that for any future projects. So yeah, I like the fit of it, but for now I'm gonna go, yeah, put my glasses back on. Gonna sit here. Oh, I've got my crochet pencil case there. I'm gonna sit and start weaving in some ends, do something productive but sitting down, because that's kind of mood we're in today. I am not bad head wise, but you know when you're just tired physically and mentally, you just need to just hunker down kind of day. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, so I will probably come back to you a wee bit later, update you on how far I've got on some weaving in ends, knowing me, whether I maybe started a crochet project. Because yeah, do I have any going at the moment? Or have I kind of finished them all? I think I finished them all, yeah. I finished the sunflower, I finished the baby blanket. I don't have any crochet projects going. I finished my hat. I think we might need to fix that today and get started on another crochet project. But for now, let's weave in these ends. And yeah, I'll catch up with you later this afternoon and update you with what I've done, or just show you what I've done. But yeah, it's a very chill, comfortable day. There are high chance of me going for a wee lay down later this evening, with how much I'm yawning already, and it's only 11:30, so I just love a shit night's sleep. It just, yeah, makes your world so magic. So yeah, so I will catch up with you beautiful people a wee bit later. Bye. Hello, we are further on in the day. I found a thing to do. I completely forgot I had the autumnal crochet square project, so I have made so far 4, and I'm doing 2 of each colour at a time. So I'm probably think I'm going to stop after this one. It's not a lot getting 6 done, but still, it's 5 rows per square. I did go have like a 2-hour lay down. I couldn't fall asleep, but my anxiety, I was tired, so I was sort of on and off, just laying there and then closing my eyes for a bit, but not really sleeping, just laying there with my eyes closed. My anxiety's running 1,000 times more than it needs to today. I've already repicked my face, which is not good, and it now really stings. Sorry if I'm looking down, it's because I'm doing this. So yeah, and just my brain is having a day. It's frustrating, but you know, it's better to be, I suppose, I'm not sure, I was about to say it's better to be anxious than sad, but I don't really know on that one. Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, just weird brain day. So, but pleased I found a thing to do without having to learn something new today. I don't think my brain could quite cope with learning something new. I do need to learn a new granny square though for getting this finished. I need to make 19 on each side for the fronts of the autumn cardigan. Obviously this is only 6 out of one side of 19. And I say 19 because one of them is a it's a triangle granny square, if that makes sense. It will look like a granny square just halved, and that is how you crochet it. So yeah, I've got to learn how to do that. Thankfully there are tutorials on the Squinternet, but still, 1, 2, 3, sorry, talking and counting is not counter-intuitive. But yeah, so basically I'm crocheting 19 of each side, and then got to figure out the triangle, but also to do that I've got to figure out the layout, so I can at least do 10 for each side, which is 2 of each, and then figure out what ones need to be the halves and layouts and things. So yeah, which is cool. I did also weave in a whole load of ends on the sunflower cardigan. I weaved in 13 squares worth of ends, which I thought was pretty good for my first day. It is not my favourite job. I find it very boring and very just repetitive, but yeah, so I thought 13 was pretty good. So yeah, so basically I started along one of the long fronts, did all the way from the bottom to the shoulder, and then worked about halfway up another row. So it's kind of how I'm going to be doing them, is in rows, just so it then means I can do all the insides and then turn it over and do the few threads that are sticking out on the outside. There's not a lot, thankfully, but you know, there are some. Rai is on his way back from college. He's had a good day. We just need to find his GCSE results, because he needs the result for his English speaking exam, because he needs that so he doesn't have to redo it basically. And he's like, I'm sure I passed it. I'm like, I think you did. That's the garages. So yeah, I'm gonna dig that out this evening. Thankfully I keep all of them together in an envelope, and they are just in the paperwork boxes. So yeah, I'll find that this evening because he needs to take it in tomorrow, otherwise he has to resit, which he does not want to do, because having to speak for half an hour, no. I remember the sick I felt having to do my French speaking exam. I found that an absolute terror, which is hilarious nowadays, because that was just with one teacher in an empty classroom, and a tape recorder, but I can sit and talk to you guys quite easily for way too long. So yeah, oh the hilarity. But yeah, but no, I'm doing well in my layers. Yeah, it's cool to have a nice easy project. Not that the sunflower project was hard going, but yeah, I like doing squares. They're lovely. They're repetitive in a nice way, because where you change colours it gives it a nice change. So yeah, so I quite like that. But yeah, no, so I think what I'll be doing this week on my mission of getting shit done, I'm trying to make it so I don't have, obviously I'm not someone who, you know, has tons of, as they're lovingly called, whips, works in progress. I prefer the sewing one, UFO'd, unidentified sewing project, or unfinished sewing project, I mean, but yeah. So, but yeah, I don't want to have loads kicking around. And that is Ryan coming in, so I'm going to catch up with the boy. Hello! Oh no, I'll catch up with beautiful people a bit later. Bye. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Oh, I'm so tired today. It's currently 20 to 1. I slept until 10 minutes past 12. Obviously yesterday's nightmare and then not actually be able to sleep. Although I did lay down, I didn't sleep anything really extra. And then yeah, it kind of just plagued my brain all day. And then I did have some more fun nightmares last night. So once got Ryan off to college early, went back to bed, crashed out, still asleep, still tired. So yeah, needed it. My body won't sleep if it didn't need it, is kind of the thoughts I roll with. So at the moment, as I said before, if I need to have sleepy mornings and then, you know, do stuff in afternoons and evenings, that's how we're rolling. So it's fine. Obviously the days where I need to be out in the morning I can, but if I don't, I won't. As you can see, I'm still in bed. I just had the need yesterday to just do stuff with my hands. So yeah, so I did 6 blocks for my autumnal crochet cardigan. Because it was a bit smaller though, my hands were finding it a bit fiddly and a bit there. Pardon me, I've just took a big mouthful of Pepsi. So I need to do something just because kind of levels, not anything precise or you know, just because, a bit scruffy, but doesn't have to be perfect. So I was going to make a crochet basket, but I tried following a tutorial. It involved going in a loop and then going out and round. I'm like, nah, I don't want to learn anything new right now. I just want to crochet mindlessly. I just want to do mindless crafting, that levels. So I remembered I saved a picture of Granny Square storage box, which is 1 on the bottom, 4 on the sides, and they'd lined it with fabric, and it was just a storage box. I'm like, that would be fun to make. And I looked in my big bag of wool, and I completely forgot. Well, I knew I had some, but I actually had more wool than I thought. I had this chunky grey I got in Aldi, so I made chunky granny squares. I made 5 squares and I used 4 balls of wool. I did play yarn chicken. I did slightly lose, but thankfully I had a check and I'm like, I'm sure I have a little bit more. And I did. I had another 2 balls of grey. So yeah, so I could technically do them a bit bigger, but I think this is a pretty good size for a storage box, and they are quite, they keep their shape pretty good because they're such thick wool. This was done with a size, this is done with an 8mm hook. Yeah, but no, I used 4 balls of wool on them. So yeah, it's my first time actually using mega chunky wool, but I liked it. It was super soft. It worked up super quick. So yeah, so I've got all 5 of these done. So there's going to be 1 at the bottom, and then there's going to be obviously 4 sides. I'm going to attach them, and because I've got extra wool, I'm actually going to crochet them together because the chunk on the side is pretty good. So yeah, so I'm going to crochet them together, try weaving some of the ends. If not, I'm just going to cut them off because, to be entirely honest, I'm not planning to wash a storage box. So yeah, so, and this is chunky wool to crochet in, or you know, work in, so I think I'm just going to cut off the ends because they are knotted. And then yeah, I might add a stiffener in the sides, or even, like, you know, I'm not too sure, figure out something, and then yeah, do a fabric liner, or just do them as is. And yeah, I'm going to use them for something on my sewing table, but I thought it'd be really cool to make my own storage. So yeah, so that was quite satisfying for my brain yesterday, to make some storage. Yeah, and I have just had, I'll show you this so I can see something my address on it, my Temu parcel arrived. That's when I thought, do you know what, I was a bit and an and going, do I want to vlog today? So yeah, I will, but I'm going to do it my way, chilled. So I grabbed my crochet to show you, and the camera obviously, and a drink. So yeah, so we've got bits and pieces in here. It wasn't a mega shop on Temu, as you can tell by the size of the bag. I mean, I spent not even 20 quid, but got some goodies. I actually got a couple of crochet goodies, as well as bits for Ryan, which is actually one of the most important things in here. That's only one. I thought I bought multiple. Okay, well he has one G-clamp. I thought it was for a couple, but obviously not. This only thing is all the bags. I mean, that clamp is in a bag, so yeah. But this is his stylus pen. That is like an Apple pen. He has a drawing program he downloaded on his tablet, and yeah, he wanted a couple types of pens, so I was quite fine with that. Ah, he's got to come in a basket, a box. These are for me. I did a bit of fun shopping. Does it need glasses? No, I have a little tub, and my rule is I can't get glasses until they fit in. But you know what? I'm thoroughly enjoying sunglasses at the moment, so I thought these were quite fun. So I got some bat glasses, but in purple. So to go with my whimsical fuck it why not mentality on dressing nowadays, I thought they'd be fun and a bit different. And you're not going to find them in Primark, are you? This is one pair. This is the second pair. These are actually really cool. I got these. Rosie doesn't know I've got these. These are a surprise buy for our Disney trip. I thought they'd be really fun to do some silly pictures with together. You know, so I got us, well, they are adult sized, look. I got us Mickey Mouse glasses. Are they completely ridiculous? Of course they are. But I thought they'd just be really fun to take some silly pictures in. And actually they're not bad sunglasses. So, you know, I thought they'd just be a bit of whimsy. So yeah, also that's really good how they don't have a bridge on the nose, they connect here. So yeah, so I got us these. These were like £1.57 or something silly on Temu. If you search Disney glasses, they pop up. They did have them in red, and they also had them with Mickey and Minnie and like stars and stuff on them, but I thought, let's go simple, let's just go black. So yeah, so I got us them for holiday, because obviously in a month's time it should be brighter, hopefully. But these are also holiday. I thought with how my hair, the length it is, I'm hoping to do like a bit of a fringe and then my hair in some little mini pigtails, because it's, I know it's toddler level hair, but still. And I thought for any bits that sprig up, these would be pretty cute to use. So yeah, so these again are Disney little hair clips. They'll be useful for little bits of hair that ping up. I thought they're quite cute. So I got them again for holiday. That's one of the little pencils. So this is the other little pencil. We bought several types of drawing pencil for Ryan's thing to figure out what he likes. He so rarely asks for anything that when I said, I found the stylus ones, and he said, oh, there was another one that his ex used to use. He was like, oh, I quite like that style as well. So yeah, so I was like, well, we'll get both. Well, I don't mind. These were a whole 57p. So yeah, let's pull this. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what I've done wrong. Oh, you put it in that way. I've got a rubber bit on the inside, okay. And yeah, they've got like a little rubber bit at the end. But yeah, so he's got 2 of them to try out. They were, yeah, 50p each, and I was like, he said, oh, they did keep losing them. I might get a couple just in case you lose them. I was, yeah, quite chill with it all, as I usually am. I got some metal stitch counters for crochet projects that just twist on. The other ones I've got a plastic and they clip on, and I thought it'd be useful to twist things on. So yeah, so I've got some stitch markers. And then I got a stitch counter, which would be very useful when doing certain things where you have to count. Like, I've seen lots of fun spiral things. You have to count the rows as you go round. And yeah, well, you can also just do it in either individual ones or like 10 at a time, so that's pretty cool. Sorry, I like how it looks like a little face as well. So yeah, so I could do it like counting rows or stuff. It's not a little necklace that I thought would be useful to have, so then I go dook as I'm going. So yeah, so that is what that's for. Well, these are my eyelash things. When I was out with my bestie, I picked up a pack of cluster lashes because I wanted to try them out. She does them and they look absolutely amazing on her. So yeah, so I got the and she said, oh, you have to buy like a bond and seal type of glue, which is what I've done. And this one comes with a couple of spoolies, these little stick things, and some quite pointed tweezers, and these were the same price as just for the glue. And I thought, well, I'll get the ones with the extra bits because it seems a good idea. So yeah, I'm gonna try them out and see what I think, because obviously I thought buying a £4 set of reduced cluster lashes in Tesco, the alot ones, seemed better value and more better to try than a £1 something glue set, instead of 40 odd quid for a lash lift and tint. So yeah, so I was like, well, while we're on the saving money boat, let's try doing something that's, you know, a bit more economical. And if they go wrong, do you know what we do? We take them off. So yeah, which is fine. And then I picked these up. I know that there is a set of these in the Musée de Cavalier from the French Revolution, and I saw them when I first saw someone go there after it opened, after being closed. I was like, those are fucking cool earrings. And then I spotted them on Temu, and I was like, I need tiny guillotine earrings. Having read about, you know, the French Revolution and the various revolutions actually that Parisians had through the years, you know, and bearing in mind the current thought of, you know, fuck the rich, I thought teeny tiny guillotine earrings were very apt, so I bought some. So yeah, so I'm very happy with my tiny, let's put myself back in focus, guillotine earrings that I'm going to wear when we go to that museum. Obviously not quite Disney fodder, but I thought cultural French, you know, cultural museum, yes. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the glasses out of the weird, I don't know though, the plastic layer does keep them from being scratched. Yeah, keep them in that. I'm trying to figure out how to deplastic some of this stuff. Stitch markers will keep until I put them in my thing, and there we go. I'll just remove the plastic off of this. But yeah, no, so that is all my Temu stuff. That, as you see, is just little bits. Nothing huge or revolutionary. A bit peeved that there was only one of those G-clamps, but hey ho. But yeah, Rye's got some stuff for his tablet for drawing, which would be good because he can use it when he goes away on holiday. Same time I do at Easter. So open this, have a look at it. I don't know what an Apple Pencil looks like. I've never seen one in real life, to be honest, but it comes with spare tips, which is good because the listing was like, oh, it doesn't come with the spare tips. Well, it does. Oh, it's very fancy. It's like metal. That's really cool. It's cold. It's got little... Oh, I like that. I think that's cool. And obviously some instructions. Does say that it can be connected to any kind of tablet. You know, Android, not just Apple. So yeah. So oh, don't turn yourself on. We're showing lights on it. I don't want it to turn on. At least not now. That's the little thing for charging. Oh well, just put it in the box. Put it in the box and pretend I didn't touch it. Oh, there we go. The lights turned off. So yeah, so I've got that for the boy. Because there's not anyone who ever asks for anything, you know. I give him his pocket money, which is, you know, as you know, learning to budget. It's pocket money. And he buys his own personal bits for that, like his 3D printer stuff and motors and servos and all that kind of gibberish. So yeah, but when I say, oh, I'm doing this, he's like, ooh, actually this bag might be better for sunglasses, actually. So yeah, it was nice that he asked for a thing, because he doesn't ever ask for anything. He's that kind of independent kid, which is great, but also frustrating when you want to treat them. So there we go. Glasses will be good together. Just put the hair clips in with it as well, because I don't want to go, oh yeah, I bought these really cool hair clips and then can't find them. So these will go actually with the holiday stuff I've been gathering together. The only frustrating thing I can't find is my train. I've got a sorry, I'm just setting this to 0. A train pass. I've got my Navigo Easy, which is the one you just tap in and out. And then I have a weekly one where you buy a weekly pass. I'm going to buy weekly passes because it works out better value. Now that they're not doing, you know, specific prices for specific zones. Well, they still are, but you know, one ticket covers whatever zone. So yeah, so it's better all round, but also just makes, for the price of, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 return journeys is the price of weekly. You know, just going near 6, you know, means £2.50 a journey basically. So we can pay £2.50 a journey, or we can pay 31 euros a week. With how much we're planning to go out on, about 31 euros is better value for us. Even though we're only doing Monday to Friday and not Monday to Sunday. So yeah, but so I can't find that. It's somewhere. Hopefully, I think it might be in my suitcase. So I'm hoping it's there. If not, it's like €5 for another card. So yeah, but that's the only frustration where I'm like, oh, I can't find it. It's the only thing with organising and putting things away. You can't find shit. But there we go. So that was my very teeny tiny Temu haul. Teeny tiny Temu. And yeah, what I did yesterday evening was, yeah, make some storage. So today I'm going to crochet this together and see how it stands as a thing. Because look, I'm just holding the middle a little bit and it's quite strong. So we will see on this. Could always maybe weave in pipe cleaners or something just to give it a little bit of stability. Or florist wire, because I do have florist wire. But yeah, so I'm going to turn that into a storage tub today, which will be very cool. Yeah, it's the quickest I've ever used 4 balls of wool, which was impressive. I mean, I could make them pick up, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to. But yeah. But for now, I'm going to chill and watch a YouTube video just in bed. Because I can. So yeah, don't need to go food shopping today. Although I did have to pop to the corner shop last night. Ran out chicken burgers for dinner and I didn't want anything hot. And I was like, I just want cereal. Thankfully I always check our milk before pouring it in. And you know, you smell it, and basically I'm really paranoid about milk. Even lactose-free milk, I'm paranoid about milk. And my rule of thumb is, if you can smell it, it's gone. I smelled it and there was a twang and I'm like, nope. And I tried a tiny bit and I'm like, nope, that's a twang. So yeah, so I pulled that out. And yeah, popped to the corner shop, got some milk. I had my cereal for dinner. It was lovely. Sometimes you just need cereal for dinner. So yeah. But yeah, so that was kind of the only thing that gone off, and anything out of date as it hit yesterday and I knew it wouldn't be eaten, got thrown away or frozen. So yeah. But there's no need to go food shopping today. They're grass cutting again. Is there any grass left? We had them yesterday as well. But yeah, but I'm also really trying hard not to pick my face. It's a crunchy scab and the temptation is there, but yeah, I need to take my meds. Actually, look at them, I've got one of them here. I do, I have one of my anxiety meds. I could take an anxiety med now. I'll take the sad med when I go in the living room next, but yeah. But I've got a YouTube video of which I've only just started and it's 49 minutes long. I don't know whether I'm going to watch it in here or whether I might just watch it in the living room and crack on with crocheting stuff together, because it is a new YouTuber to me I've discovered and I really like, called Breathing Yarn. I will link them down below, along with, what is it, who's the crochet one I found? I think it's Not Half Bad, like Kate and they're a crochet one. I will link both of them down below. I remember saying, oh yeah, no, I found a new crochet person, and they didn't link them because I'm useless like that sometimes. But yeah, so I'm quite enjoying chatty, crafty people who aren't teaching you, they're just doing their own craft and say, oh yeah, no, this and this, and I'm like, this is really nice, because it's like being in a craft group without the social pressure, which is what I struggle with. I helped run a craft group for quite a few years, and yeah, I just after lockdown tried going back, did for a little bit, and then after bits with relative who is now deciding I didn't go back again, because yeah, I will tell you, any collection sometimes of, yeah, ladies past the age of 65, they're the bitchiest motherfuckers compared to teenagers. Teenage girls and old ladies have the same level of catty bitchiness, I will tell you that now. And they don't give a shit, so ironically, the really old lady there, who was lovely, who was like 85, nearly 90, she was adorable and lovely and the sweetest thing. She just wanted to tell you about her cat and her son. You know, she was lovely. You know, and there was one who had Parkinson's, so she'd struggle with some bits, so you'd be like, oh, do you want me to bring you a drink over? And she was lovely, and she'd tell, you know, about her mother-in-law. She cared, she travelled to Italy to go look after, and, you know, some people were lovely, but oh, there was a collection of them that were so catty and bitchy that actually that stopped me going back. So yeah, and I just, you know, didn't, I mean, because of them I didn't wear foundation for years, because I bought a foundation. I was like, really feeling myself. Bear in mind, I'd go in after doing school run, dropping kid off school, doing all the school things. And I'd go there for an hour and a half on a Tuesday, Wednesday, I can't remember what day of the week it was now. And then once a month it'd be a 4-hour session. You'd have a long one. So yeah, great. And I bought this new foundation. I did nice makeup, you know. Walk in and they go, oh god, have you seen a ghost? Look at the state of you. And I didn't wear foundation for years after that, which was such a shame. So yeah, but you know, I've and didn't on purpose. So yeah, and even now I still find myself saying, oh no, I don't wear foundation. I'm like, fuck it, I do wear foundation. I bought a new one the other day because I want to get back into wearing foundation. That lovely Mina one, I tested on my hand, felt lovely, suited my colour tone, you know. And I thought, nah, I'm gonna I'm gonna start wearing some foundation. I'm gonna do my fun little lashes, and you know, gonna dress up because it's fucking Tuesday. Obviously not this Tuesday. This Tuesday I am planning to go, I've got some tracky bottoms on. I'm planning to go from tracky bottoms and this fluffy number to a big hoodie that goes, I'm going to keep the tracky bottoms on though. I'm going to wear a big hoodie that goes down to my knees, because I made a hoodie dress and it is the world's best hood on it. It's massive, makes me feel like a Jedi. And I think I'm going to wear that today just to be so comfy and warm and baggy, but not. So yeah, so I'm thinking we're going to go in the living room because my legs, sound silly, my feet are going numb the way I've got them tucked under me. So let's put a drink this side. Makes me get out of the bed that side. And yeah, let's go put these bits for Ryan on his chair, my bits away, and yeah, let's go make a crochet basket and take some sad brain meds. Let's turn this YouTube off because it'll be now you started watching thing on the YouTube on it. So yeah, we're gonna go have a fun day today, but it's gonna be very chilling indoors because that's what we need. So yeah, but there we go, mini Temu order. In fact, that might actually be today, I think. Is there going to be much else to show you? I'll show you my finished basket later as a quick, here I made a thing. But yeah, we're only at half an hour, so yeah, so I'll give you a couple minutes later showing you my finished basket. But I think chatting wise, I think we're done for the day. You'll be sick to death of my face by the time this goes out Friday. So yeah, so I'll show you my finished project later. And yeah, tomorrow's another day. We're gonna have a good day, so I'll see you then. Bye. Hello, made it in the living room. I've got my magical hoodie dress on, so comfy. I want to share with you my storage I made. I sewed it together, I didn't crochet because, as you can see, it is a chunky ball. But yeah, it's standing up by itself, no supports, no nothing in it. So yeah, this is a 5 rows of granny square, and yeah, it stands up. It's quite good. So yeah, I joked with Ryan that it's you know, we don't need Kallax, we've got Kallax at home. The Kallax at home. So yeah, so I'm very happy. It's going to be used on my very messy table over there. But yeah, so this is going to be storage. And I do have some more chunky wool in a lovely sage green, so I might make some more, and then do a combo of green and grey because I've got some grey left over. But there we go, very happy with my storage basket that I made. So this will be it for today. I'm going to sit and chill, just take it easy, to be honest. Ryan's now home from college, so yeah, nice easy Tuesday. But no, I thought I'd share with you my finished project. So yeah, so see you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye. Hello, happy Wednesday. I am tired today. Not because the nightmares necessarily, I just had a really shit night's sleep. Yeah. It doesn't matter if I'm taking my melatonin I got in France, or my sleep gummies, or I'm cutting off any screens, you know, half an hour before I go to sleep. I take my sleep thing with enough time. I listen to classical music as I fall asleep. I cut off caffeine. You know, I'm not drinking literally fizzy until I go to sleep. I have a break. I'm still sleeping like shit. So yeah, so last night was particularly bad. So I'm feeling it today. I'm sorry if this just feels like a vlog of grizzles and whinging, but I'm tired and I'm sore. I was just, yeah, sick of not being able to sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna change my bedding today, see if that might make a difference. But oh, so tired. As you would have seen from those couple of clips, I took like 2. I went food shopping in Aldi. I've just got in. I did go via Card Factory. I'll start with yesterday. My bestie ended up video calling me, and we sort of body doubled. She did loads of work. She was showing me her newly finished decorated kitchen. It's now finished. She was showing it off to me, and she was making dinner at the same time. And then I decided to do something, so then I started weaving in ends on the sunflower cardigan. I did 21 squares of weaving in ends while she made dinner and did a whole load of tidying up jobs, which was great. She's off to see her daughter again this weekend and staying for a couple of days. And I said, oh, actually I was going to ask you for a dress, but if you're going this weekend, could you take up my presents for, you know, the wee baby? She said, yeah, sure, I'll come grab them during the week. And so I suddenly thought, fuck, I need to finish this baby blanket. I obviously finished crocheting it. I haven't weaved in the ends. So I did all the front ones. So this is the front, all weaved in. And I did 3 on the back. I need to do the rest. So that's kind of today's mission, is to get this finished. And then I'm going to steam it as well. But obviously I was like, oh, I need a card and a bag, basically, gift bag. I'm not someone who owns a lot of gift bags. And the baby girl one they had was a bit much. So I got this rainbow holographic one because I'm Auntie Chiggles. I'm Rainbow Auntie Chiggles. And again, cards are all a bit vomity. So I've got one that just says, hello little lady, welcome to the world. Which I thought was really sweet. My battery's flashing, so I'm going to change battery. But yeah, so they're the baby bits I got. So yeah, so that's going to hold all the bits. Change the battery and I'll give you an Aldi haul. 2 secs. And we're back. So yeah, so that's the sweet bag I got for my wee little niece. So cute. I went to Aldi. Where's my receipt? It's not crazy long because I'll list off what obviously I bought today. I'm not going to do prices. And then I'll list off the list of dinners I currently have with this food shop, and then what is currently in the fridge and freezer and cupboards. Basically, yeah, what's going to make up, I technically could do this week and next week. I would just need to get fresh stuff like ham, yogurts, milk, bread next week. But we have a lot of cupboard stuff, so that's kind of this month's mission, is to be really doing cupboard food, you know, and working with what we got. You'll find there's not a lot of fruit, or there's one bit of fruit. There's no real veg today because I currently have a fresh corn on the cob in the fridge. I had the other one last night, really good. I've got frozen corn on the cob in the freezer. I've got tender stem broccoli, I've got peppers, I've got fresh carrots, I've got tin carrots, I've got little potatoes, I've got big potatoes. tin potatoes. We've got every frozen potato product you think of. We got sweet potato chips, normal chips, faces, letters to make swear words. You know, we've got a lot of potato products. So yeah, so that is why there is no fruit, veg, potatoes, that kind of thing. I already have them, so there's no point in buying them. So yeah, so in case you go, there's a lot of sweet stuff and snacky bits and there's nothing, you know, mega crazy healthy in there. We got a lot of it already. So yeah, so it just wasn't needed. We'll start off with the soft bag. I've been really fancying cupcakes. I am planning to make some cakes, but I just thought I really want small cupcakes, and these were like 170 something, so I got teeny tiny cupcakes, a little treat. I did generally stick to my list. I only added a few bits I forgot, like breakfast things. I added bananas and something else. So yeah, got twirly brioche and pan au chocolats. I do also have in the freezer that I'm planning to eat frozen almond croissants. I love almond croissants. So yeah, Metro rolls. I discovered they do a tiny loaf of bread. Tiny bread. So yeah, because obviously we're not the biggest, Ryan doesn't really eat much bread, and I was like, well, that's perfect for me. So I got myself a teeny tiny loaf of bread. And it was only like 59p, so yeah, and I was like, I'm not wasting as much buying the tiny loaf. I've got some more wraps just because I don't know how long our ones are going to last on the side, so yeah. I got the mini bananas because they were better value, and to be honest, if you leave them together in the bunch, they ripen quicker. When you've got them to the ripeness, you then break them apart, then they last a few days longer. So yeah, so I'm going to let these ripen to the point where I will eat them, take them apart, and then eat them. So yeah. I've got eggs, I'm going to do some baking. I've got a cake mix that I want to use. I picked up really cheap produce last year, so I want to use that up before it runs out of date. Sorry if it's falling. Mini rolls, because especially this week and into next week, I've already said to Rye, taking our own hot chocolates places. He's like went out to the communal workspace today, and I've packed him a little lunch, and I'm like, here, take a bag with some lunch in it. He already had a pack of biscuits in his bag. They've got hot drink facilities there and a fridge and microwave, and I'm like, cool, there you go. I was like, be home for 9:30. I'll do your dinner when you get in. So yeah, so Mars bars, because if we're going to be doing lunches and snacks, you kind of need some more snacks, and it's cheaper to buy them than it is to pay for a lunch out. 2 tins of beans, because we got a couple tins of little ones, and also 1 or 2 tins of the big ones, but Ryan can eat one of them with the dinner. So yeah, cereal, because kind of ate my way through the cereal recently. Loo roll, because I have finally run out of Costco loo roll. Ironically, my sister was messaging me going, could you get these things from Costco? And I'm like, my card ain't valid right now. I'm being sensible this month. 2 fudge chocolate milks, lactose free, which will get used because, you know, hot chocolates at home, and cereal makes me actually use milk. Oh, let's lift up. Freezer bag. I asked Ryan what pizza he wanted, and then he said a meaty one, so I got him this one. Oh, I might actually be able to eat this one. I don't think it's got beef on it. Pork meatballs, not beef meatballs. Oh, we could share this. I got him or us, a meat feast. Pepperoni, ham, pork meatballs and sausage. I might be able to eat this one. So often I can't eat meat feast pizzas because they put ground beef on them, and I can't eat that. Although she ate a steak pie the other day, but then again, I had a bellyache from the steak pie, it was worth it. 2 Sicilian yogurts, Sicilian lemon yogurts, shit cheese, chicken wraps, sauce rolls for, again, lunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, So I've got 2 vanilla and 2 strawberry Greek yoghurt pouches. Kind of got a variety of bits of yoghurt because I have them as puddings and breakfasts. A couple of chocolate yoghurts for the boy for pud, as well as a pack of the button and flake ones which we share. Sliced chicken, again sandwiches for the bread, and 2 packs of chicken burgers because we do still have a pack in the freezer. So yeah, so that is everything I bought today. It's not a lot compared to normal, but yeah, 43.58, which I thought was pretty good. And then if I read you on my phone, the list of dinners I just mentally thought of and had a wee check in the freezer for what we had. And yeah, we've got cod and parsley sauce with mash and tin veg, cheese and bacon foldovers, which is cheese, like slice of cheddar cheese, a bit of bacon folded on a, you know, bit of puff pastry in the oven like Greg's do. Fish chips and beans, chicken noodles that are frozen, McDonald's breakfast because I bought those muffins the other day, and I've got sausage patties in the fridge, and now I've got egg and cheese. So yeah, so I'm not sure if Ryan will eat them, but if not, they're a really good dinner / lunch for me. Greg style bakes, still got some chicken and vegan steak bake ones from Lidl. Bougie dinner for me, pigs in blankets, dough from wild potatoes and veg. So yeah, so or a bougie dinner if I fancy a bougie dinner. Pizza, chicken burgers, can do some meatball subways, hence why I bought the Metro rolls, toad in the hole, and sausage and mash because we have still loads of the Costco sausages. So yeah, so, and also what I could add to that on the sausage thing is there is like a sausage and I think it was tomato also I saved on TikTok, although for that I need to get some sun-dried tomatoes. But yeah, so that is my food shop this week. Bearing in mind I mentally assigned 75 quid to come in at 43 was amazing, and I've still got that list of dinners. And there's nothing really being deprived of this week, you know. We've got various treats, we've got loads of bits, we've got all sorts of nice stuff, you know. We're still working our way through some Christmas food, to be honest. So yeah, we're kind of on a use what we got, because the more we save, it'll be for the beginning of next month when we both go away. We have a break and a holiday, so yeah, so it just makes sense, you know, and it'd be worth working my way through the freezer, using stuff we've got, and then, you know, can stock up and do stuff like use up the party food, because then one drawer in my freezer in the winter it's party food, and in the summer it's ice creams. So yeah, so that transition is going to have to happen soon, so we need to eat up the party food to then use up the space in the drawer, so then we can put ice creams and ice pops and all that kind of, and ice cube molds, that kind of thing goes in a tray. We have it swapping over seasonally, because yeah, I'm not one to be doing loads of ice in the winter obviously. So, but yeah, so that is everything I picked up. That is an idea of some dinners we got going. Obviously there'll be some days where it will literally be cereal for dinner, depending on moods, but that option is there because I bought cereal and milk. But yeah, no, so I'm so tired. I'm at that feel a bit queasy level of tired. I mean, yeah, these bags aren't designer, darling. So it's frustrating. I hate when my brain can't sleep and my insomnia really kicks in. It sucks, but hey ho. I'm gonna go put this food shopping away. I need to take my meds. I haven't had my meds yet today, although I did sit there and just like this in the sun, just close my eyes and enjoy the sunshine on my face when it came out of the clouds. But yeah, no, so I think today got weaving the ends on that blanket. chuck a wash load in, I think would be a sensible thing to do. I would like to chuck myself through the shower, but I don't know if I'm going to have the spoons today. I'm that level of already. So yeah, so we will see. Hoping to get myself through the shower today. If not, tomorrow's another day. But oh, I love my insomnia brain. It's just gushy. But hey ho. On the plus side, yesterday, although I feel a bit bled dry today, I did loads of bills and I basically paid everything I could that wasn't a direct debit. So that was pretty good to be able to pay all the bills. So then I kind of know what I've got for the month now. Paid off the Airbnb. Paid for the Disney tickets. They had one up by £20, but I just didn't have the money before, so you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna go put this food shopping away because obviously cold and frozen stuff needs putting away ASAP. And yeah, I'm gonna I think sort out a wash load, get that going, and yeah, be kind to myself today because I am quite tired. But what are we gonna do? So yeah, so I'll catch up with you as I get going on my day, but I thought I'd just share with you, yeah, food shopping haul, because I haven't done one in a week or two, so I was like, let's share one this time, you know. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you a bit later this afternoon. Bye. Hello, happy evening. It's like 8:15 at night. Excuse the state of me. Been a busy this afternoon. Well, busy for a food shopping day. See, went out food shopping. I weaved in some ends on the baby blanket. I'm now about halfway. I crocheted 2 squares for the autumn jacket or jumper. I did a wash load, got it drying. Changed my bedding. Had a lay down just because tired. Then I had a nap. So, hence the state of me. I did set an alarm for my nap. But yeah, I have had like just under an hour's kip and then over an hour's lay down as well. So I was in bed for like 2 hours. So yeah, feeling a hell of a lot better for having just managed a smidgen bit of sleep. And isn't it so weird? Just while we're here, changing your duvet cover makes such a difference. It's insane. So yeah, so 10 out of 10. Change your duvet cover if you need to. So yeah, hoping I'll be all good for tonight. Ryan is out. He and his friend are at the workspace. Just gave him a call. Being very productive. They're going to leave there about 9, which is cool because I gave them a you know, be out by 9:30 limit, and then this friend was like, yeah, we'll be done by 9. I'm like, even better. So yeah, so doing rival dinner. A dinner will be very easy. I don't quite know what I want for dinner. Kind of had everything a bit late today. I didn't really have breakfast. I had basically drunk the rest of the yop. It was my breakfast after I did food shopping when I did my meds. I had late lunch, but I had like Sostro or Whatsits. One of my lemon yogurts I got today. I don't know why, I just love lemon yogurt, it's so good. A little sweet treat. And yeah, I don't quite know what I fancy for dinner. The temptation for cereal is there. I will say that. I'm like, do I have cereal? I don't know. So yeah, but for now I'm just sitting there chilling, just in the living room. I've got the heating up to like 80 because yeah, I needed washing to dry it, and to be honest it was cold. I forget how much I love this hoodie dress I made and how big the hood is. It's so comfy and so big. Look, here is my head at the back of the hood as an idea for how big this hood is. I made it proper Jedi sized, so yeah, so it's proper comfy. I love it so much. So yeah, I made it couple of years ago, took Ryan to Brands Hatch for truck racing. If you go back, it's one of the first videos on this channel. In fact, the little welcome video is filmed with me wearing this. So yeah, it was last year before, so yeah. But yeah, that's been my day. Has it been the most exciting? No, not really. But for someone who is having a week with sleep, you know. Last week I was just exhausted, then I had fatigue, and this week my brain's like, do you know what you're going to be? All that because you can't sleep. So, yeah, not the most fun. But, hey-ho. All good though. So, yeah, so... yeah. I'm gonna finish. What am I gonna do tomorrow? I'm trying to think. I'm gonna finish up that baby blanket. So that is done and dusted. Might walk some stuff to the charity shop. I don't know. Depends on my level of effort I want to put into the day. But yeah, don't quite know what I'm going to do my day. The temptation to keep wanting to go out is there. You know, not go out, but you know, not just like town, but like go out of town for a day. And I'm like, oh, I could go out of town. And then my other bit in my brain's like, we're saving for holiday. We're saving for a fucking holiday. Also, we're not one but two. And I'm like, fuck. So yeah. And I have so many things I could be doing, so I'm thinking what I might do actually tomorrow is tidy my table of doom. I've obviously got the new storage I made, as I was laying in bed, just chilling in bed, because laying down was restful in itself. I've been up too long, if you can't tell from my yawning. And I was thinking, I've got loads of like a really nice chunky sage green wall, the same thickness as the grey wall. So I'm thinking what I might do is I might make some more storage. Oh god, that's a very bright bit. I might make some more storage for the table and do it with sage green, and then also there is a couple walls of the grey left, and then I can like incorporate the bits of grey in it as well. So then yeah, make some storage for the table, because what I have got is just wicker baskets, and I'm trying to eliminate wicker baskets basically. Weird brain connotations, you know, people we no longer have in our lives, that's all they would have any storage in their whole damn house was wicker baskets. And of course you just got given them. So apart from certain ones I bought, or like I asked my mum for like a square. She had a really good... I flipped it around actually. These two, like, I bought. They're from IKEA. I bought them. They're mine. That one, I bought. Or no, that one my mum gave me when I was wanting to make, like, Christmas food hamper in the living room. But yeah, but all my other storage, I'm really trying to get rid of wicker baskets. And I realised the last ones kicking around are the ones on the table. That were handed down to me. I have like picnic baskets my mum gave me, and they're not like traditional colours. They would have been proper poo-hooed of being, no, they've been painted and they're not wicker, you know. So yeah, so I quite like the washed paint look. It looks really quite cool. It's a bit like they've lived in like an artist's shelf for years and been, you know, caught in the melee. I quite like that vibe. And they fit my socks, pants and bras in beautifully. They have a job. But yeah, but these ones on the table are a bit... I dump stuff in it and never use it. So I thought if I do my own storage, number one, I'm making it taller, so actually it works better for sewing supplies and sewing things. Makes me go for everything on there. And I'm going to get rid of the wicker baskets. And also there is a sewing basket I want to get rid of. I'm not too keen on keeping, so yeah. So it gives me a good incentive to go through stuff, thin it out, and And yeah, have stuff I really love, and even cooler that I've made it, you know, so it's even more personal. And even cooler, you know, I made my own storage and it's used and it works, you know. So yeah, so that's kind of the game plan, I think, is yeah, sort out the table, make a storage box or two. I think make a storage box tomorrow. I might start on it tonight actually, but we'll see. Because I don't mind, because it's chunky wool and a big hook. It's quite quick to come together. So yeah, so I might start doing a couple of squares tonight, because you need 5 to make a box. So yeah, so I might start that this evening, just because I don't want to do weaving in ends. I'm sick to death of weaving in ends. I can see why people do a thing and then like, they're like, well, if I do this for like half an hour, then I'll weave in X amount of ends. Then I'll go back to the nice thing, and it's, yeah. And also I can see why people weave as they go. Because, yeah, doing a whole load at the end is shit. It's also given me the great incentive as I go along. I now crochet in the ends. So, like, as I'm going on a corner or something, I'll crochet in the tail. So it's part of the thing. And there's just this little tiny bit. So I've just got to go around and trim all the tiny bits rather than crochet them in. Or sew them in. So, yeah. So I have learnt as I've went. So these are skills you learn as you go with crochet. I'm learning. But yeah, so all good. But obviously my first project, like my hexagon cardigan, my first big project, wearable, that is full of ends. At some point I will have to just sit and weave in those ends. But for now, it's good. But I'm mainly doing the blanket because of time constraints. Because obviously today's Wednesday. My friend will either be popping by tomorrow, Friday or Saturday, to come pick it up. So as well as sensibly knowing that I shouldn't be spending money, I've got everything I need. You know, I'm not 100%. I can feel I'm not 100%. I'm not poorly, but I'm just not 100%. So yeah, so rather than push myself to make myself think I'm 100% and then dip down even more, I'm sticking at my 50 to 75. That is good enough right now. Did I push it today by doing food shopping and other stuff? Slightly. But did I then have a lay down and then actually manage to catch up on some missing sleep? Yes. So yeah, so, you know, I want to do silly stuff like, I want to get my bag of flowers out for the weekend. I should actually be writing this shit down, shouldn't I? Let me grab my phone. Let's write a list on. Let me add this to just, you know, general list. Just nice things to do this week, because it'd be nice to have just a nice things to do. Let's call it nice things to do. Nice things to do. We're going to change the flowers. So I'm going to sit it down here on my lap so it's a bit easier to type. Change flowers from winter to spring. Because I've got a big bag. I'm sure I shared it to you during festive stuff. Where I keep all my faux flowers. And I now have enough for each season. I have spring, summer, autumn, winter flowers. Currently we have autumn flowers out, which are burgundy, deep red, hyacinths, and frosted pine bits. These are all fake flowers and fake foliage, by the way, not real. And obviously I've since picked up some nice tulips, and I had some tulips in my kitchen and other bits and pieces, so I'm like, well, I want to do some spring flowers. So yeah, so we're going to do that. Let's put on this tidy table. And then make storage boxes, because that's a fun thing, isn't it? Finish Bobby blanket. Finish the baby blanket, get that done. We should do some baking this week as well. That's a nice thing, isn't it? I said earlier, didn't I, about doing some baking with the cake mix. I've got... It's even rainbow. It's rude not to. And I'm sure if I actually put in some effort, I'll make some like homemade buttercream for it. And just, yeah, have a really good like slice of cake. Cake you eat with a fork always feels really good and fancy. So yeah, might do that nice thing tomorrow. Make a cake. Yeah, and also, let me click, because I always forget names. I'm so shit with names. If I say, oh, this person, you know, I do genuinely read your names, but my brain really struggles to remember names. Strawbstalls, who is amazing, comments a lot. As to all of you, you all comment loads. But yeah, they mentioned about the sort of, you know, do I care? No. From my weekend vlog, and just, you know, where is it? The most unbothered bite of cookie ever. And I'm like, fuck, those were good cookies. And I'm like, oh. Well, I might have to make some cookies now. They were really good cookies, and I don't want to go to M&S and spend £3 on cookies, even though they were really good. So I might try making some homemade cookies as well this week. Make copy M&S cookies. Ryan, I would never say no to homemade cookies, if I'm honest. It's, you know, I'm gonna have to try and make them, because I've got like chocolate, and so I'll even go buy some buttons from my corner shop and do them with, because they had like chocolate buttons in them. They were really good. So yes, I might have to try making some cookies this weekend. That might be a weekend thing, or it might be a week thing. We'll see how this week plays out. I mean, we're on Wednesday, so we've got tomorrow and we've got Friday. Could always do cake one day, cookies one day. It would be a nicey. So, I think that's pretty good for a nice list. So yeah, change flowers, tidy table, make storage, bake cake, bake cookies. Yeah. And obviously amongst that is adult stuff, like washing and do this washing up and clothes and yeah. The stuff you don't ever like to do. But yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's what I might do this evening. Is yeah, where I'll be home in an hour and a bit. So I think I might start making some big chunky crochet squares. Don't know. I started earlier and my hand started hurting, so I'm like, should I just rest my hand today and maybe do that tomorrow? I could even time lapse it. So yeah, so I don't know, but I might do it tomorrow and just enjoy just being this evening. I'm just gonna be, but yeah, all is good. Yeah, my brains don't shout at me. TV that shouts you, not always fun. But I'm not popping by my mum's this week because bless, she's quite poorly, bless her. So yeah, kind of leaving her to it. I offered, you know, if you need anything, let me know. Happy to do drop-offs. You know, obviously, you know, there are other people that live in her house, but you know, just in case. Always happy to offer, because just part of being a nice person. So yeah, so I thought my sister was moving this weekend, by the way, but it's not. She moves on Monday next week. But yeah, but Ryan's friend, who is adorable and so sweet, is driving to London for my sister to go pick up her spider. Her and her partner have a tarantula called VTech. Partner has owned VTech quite a long time, moved in, the whole time they've been together they've had a pet spider. You know, she's very nice. She hates everyone and hates people and hates eating, you know, she's a shitbag. But you know, apart from, you know, my friend's daughter naming me an aunt, I'm an aunt to a tarantula called VTech. Apologies if you don't like spiders, but yeah, honestly she's terrified of everyone and everything. So yeah, my mum's like, yeah, my sister's like, honestly there is no chance of her even trying to escape. she will be so mad that she's being just, her terrarium is being picked up. She will be so mad she will hide for like a week. She's like, literally, she just needs to stay at yours for the weekend. My other sister used to have a snake that used to love escaping. So my mum's a bit, and my mum isn't keen on snakes. And so my mum's a bit, and yeah, so she's like, cool, as long as it doesn't escape. And my sister's like, no, it doesn't. But yeah, but actually the best thing I've ever done, I bought it ammonite, you know, the twirly shell fossils from the Isle of Wight. I bought my sister one and she put it in the tank for the spider. And because, you know, fossils are magic, it keeps the heat from the heat pad in there. So yeah, so it's one of their favourite places to be is the little fossil, which is really cute. So yeah, that's happening tomorrow. Is spiders being moved, as well as I think a whole load of house plants basically are being moved. And yeah, so that's happening tomorrow evening. So yeah, and obviously I have volunteered to help my sister move on the Monday. I thought it was Saturday, and bless Ryan was going to be helpful and help me as well. He's like, no, I'll come help. I'm like, oh fuck, it's Monday. And he's like, oh, college. I'm like, okay. I would rather you go to college, actually. You know, although it's like, went in for the attendance mark. Wasn't really quite a day. I'm like, just go for the attendance mark. Is our opinion of maths and English at the moment, because he is on his 3rd or 4th go trying to take GCSEs. We're on the legally obligated level of GCSEs now, so yeah, he's tried, you know, it's just how his brain goes. But yeah, so yeah, that will be next week. So I'm not too sure what I'll show of that, because obviously it's not my house. I will obviously film some bits for my sister, because it's her moving into her first proper house ever, you know, that's theirs. You know, I've got, you know, 2 new house cards and a silly little thing for them. So yeah, I get to finally take them round, which is really cool. But yeah, so, but that's for next week, because my brain's a weirdo and got the dates wrong. But yeah, we are now at 20 minutes. My apologies, I'm rambling just bullshit now. So yeah, so there we go. We've made a list of nice things to do this week. It is going to be predominantly indoors this week, but you know, it's kind of the theme of the month. You know, if you want to save money, kind of got to be indoors. But thankfully I have lots of things to do and lots of things I enjoy doing. You know, this doesn't include on this list of nice things anything I'm sewing, anything I'm drawing, anything I'm painting. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, so we have loads we can be doing. So, but for now I think that's a nice plan. But yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful lot tomorrow. I'm just going to rest this evening. My body kind of needs to go. And as I said, I'm not 100% on my everything levels. So yeah, so if I'm not running on full power, I need to be a bit kinder to myself and stop pushing myself to do everything at full power. But the plus side, my house is beautifully warm. Because yeah, temperature's changed. It's got cold as shit. So yeah. So on that fine note, I'll catch up with you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye. Hello, good morning, happy Thursday. Guess who got sleep? Was it only like 5 hours? Yes. But it was non-nightmare sleep. I slept all the way through. Amazing. So yeah. I'm feeling a lot better this morning. I haven't say that the yawn. I haven't went back to bed this morning. It's 7:20 and I am awake on my sofa. It worked out well actually, because my mum was awake and I was able to chat with her a little bit on WhatsApp. Bless her. She's got a horrible bug. Really, really poorly, bless her. All her glands are up. Proper unwell. hurts to talk levels. So yeah, so we did a little bit of chatting on WhatsApp, which was nice. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm crocheting. Started a new project last night. Should I have? No. I think it's slightly too big, but then again, it could be comfy sized. I am making, because I love to make things complicated for myself, a wavy vest, basically. Not sweater vest out of this wool. Is it really skinny? Am I using a size 4 hook, which is like the smallest one I've used? Yes. This is like 2-3 rows. This is 2 rows. I'm on row number 3. So yeah, so it's going to take a while. I have measured it though against my red hoodie. My nice new, the one I got recently from Asda, which I love the fit of. And it's the same size as that, armpit to armpit, because I've got this off a YouTube video, which I'll link down below. And yeah, they said to measure across your bust and take that as your measurement all the way down, which I did. And obviously I'm bigger busted than I am waisted, but then again I don't want it tight across my bust, because that is my struggle with so many bits of clothing, is they fit everywhere but the bust. So yeah, and to be honest, I have my Space Invaders sweater vest I love, and I love it for its boxy bagginess. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it being like a looser fit. So yeah, so I am crocheting this. This is 3 rows. And it's, yeah, little scallops. Let's see if it'll... There we go, look. So yeah, it's purple and then there's 2 rows of green. So yeah, so this is going to take a long time to build up, but it's lovely because it is just literally double and single crochets, making the scallops. So yeah, it's the same way I do scallops on the edges of cardigans, just making up the whole damn thing. It's inspired by, I'll put a picture here, sorry I'm not moving entirely to the side, I just don't want to move my camera. There is a really cute sweater vest, sweater weather, sorry, that Zara brought out, that I've seen on Vinted a few times, and I'm like, I like that, that's cool, that's too small. So yeah, so I'm basically, when I was having my sad week, I got this wool on my, over for a jaunt, and went to I did a click and collect in Hobbycraft because they have £5 off a £20 spend. So yeah, so I got 3 balls of this rainbow wool for £20, which is still cheaper than the vest, even second hand on Vinted, because yeah, it is, and that's still not my size either. So yeah, so and as we know, I like to be working on like so many things at the same time. So yeah, so I thought, hey, why not add another project? I was like, oh, I won't start another storage box, that will hurt my hand. Do you know what's more fun? Teeny tiny crochet. Like some kind of masochist. So yeah, so I've decided to do this, and obviously this is just the front panel. I've then got to do a back panel. But yeah, I watched the YouTube video and it was really quite cohesive and understandable, and yeah, so I was like, I understand this. I'm definitely a video learner. I just, yeah, I can't pattern. I find written instructions a struggle anyway. So yeah, so I'm definitely a visual learner. I mean, I suppose if I could have it done in like photo instructions or drawings, I understand them, but yeah, purely written instructions are kind of gibberishy to me. So, but yeah, so I'm sat doing this morning, which is very nice. I did it last night. It did involve then though making my dreams crochet based, which was quite funny. But I prefer Crochet Dreams over Nightmares any day of the week. Which is cool. Right, got off to college alright this morning, made him hot chocolate, gave him breakfast to take with him. He's taken his laptop in because he has an hour and a half gap between his lessons. And he's always like, I just sort of find a space and sit and do my sketchbook. But now I've got my laptop available, can I take that in? I'm like, it's your laptop? So yeah, no, I'm going to go do some 3D modelling. You know, so he's going to sit and do some, you know, 3D print modelling, which is cool. Ironically, one of his tutors is doing the same, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm doing obviously mine for, you know, 3D print stuff. He's doing his for like VR things. Oh, that's very cool. He's like, yeah, no. So he's going to, yeah, sit and chill and do some bits, which is cool. Oh. Sorry, I'm not making eye contact. Number one, eye contact's a bit weird, isn't it? Intently staring at someone's face, but also I am looking at what I'm crocheting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's very simple. It's 5 double crochets, and then you basically everything is skip 2 stitches and go in the third. Then it's a single crochet, skip 2 stitches, go in the next one, which is basically the single crochet from the previous row, and in there you do 5 double crochets. Sorry if that sounded like gibberish, but I understood that. So yeah, and yeah, so that is what I'm doing over and over and over again. I'm nearly at the end of the green onto yellow, so yeah, I did have to wind a whole load of the wool back onto the ball this morning because it just was coming off in clumps. This wool is not the grandest, like structure wise, it falls apart on the ball very easily. It is, let me show you in 2 seconds. James C. Brent Swirly Whirly double knit. So yeah, in the colour, this is Carnival. But yeah, it does like to fall apart. I mean, look, she says that and the whole damn inside falls out. Yeah, it's not the grandest for staying together, which sucks, but you know, so this is going to be a nightmare to be dealing with. But yeah, just trying to shove that back in the door. And it is a big ball of wool as well, so yeah, so this one is structurally a mess. I'm not sure how grand it's going to be for travelling, but I suppose at least I can maybe keep it in a bag, so that's kind of the plan. But yeah, so but this is my plans so far this morning. I've just checked on a YouTube video. I'm going to sit with some background, and I've had a couple of swirly brioches from Aldi. I made the mistake of buying the Asda ones last time. I forgot how dry and gross the Asda ones are, as well as a rip-off. They're like £2 something. They're really quite expensive. So yeah, Aldi ones are much softer, insanely softer, and yeah, it just tastes so much better. So yeah, I got a nice breakfast this morning, so I've had 2 of them. I've had a drink, I've had a meds. So yeah, so I'm gonna sit and just chill, crochet little scallop shells over and over again while watching someone do their attempting to finish their semi-abandoned whips. The knitting person I told you about, breathing yarn, I've discovered. So yeah, so obviously anyone I mention I'm going to link below. I'm going to write a little list on my phone actually, just so I can remember. But yeah, so I'm going to sit and just crochet away, listening to someone just chat craft. It's really quite therapeutic, so that's why I'm like, well, sorry I'm talking crochet, but I like watching people talk craft things. And this is kind of, as I say, started this YouTube as my therapy. This is my newest therapy, is this. So yeah, so we take what we can give. And obviously I love chatting and just back and forth about what you guys do. You know, is your normal life your version of therapeutic, or you know, what do you do to have a breather in your day? You know, it's my version of, you know, sharing is caring. So yeah, some days we struggle to get out of bed, other days we can be up after what feels like a magical, like 10 hours sleep, but it wasn't, it was 5, but it was just a decent, you know, quality of sleep. And we just, yeah, go with the punches. Oh, that's a cool transition. It transfers from green to yellow in the same little scallop. Look at that. Let's hook it in with a single crochet. Look at that one. So yeah, I'm going to carry on crocheting. I'm quite liking this wool because it doesn't last the full amount. So yeah, so it does, like, you know, half a row, so each one's going to be like 2 colours, which is really cool. And I love that combo. So yeah, so I'm going to sit and crochet this as long as I fancy doing it so far today. Yeah, today we are just seeing what we want to do. I have no grand plans yet today. I do know we're going to make a cake later. That'll be nice, because obviously I said yesterday about, you know, fun things to do, nice things to do. One of them was baking. So yeah, so we're going to make a cake today because we can. But for now I'm going to sit and crochet rainbow scallop shells for an awful long time to make this vest, but you know, it isn't me without some sort of ridiculous project because reasons. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful people a wee bit later as we could get on with our day, but for now I'm going to enjoy my morning, you know, because I don't need to go sleep for a couple hours. I'm going to enjoy it crocheting, and yeah, making myself a rainbow vest, because sometimes you just need a rainbow vest in life. So yeah, is it going to take me ages? Yes. Do I care? At the moment, no. It's quite lovely, but you know, I am only like the tiniest bit. But then again, I do love, apparently, to give myself ridiculous projects when it comes to crocheting. Anything else I'm like, nah. But then again, I did make a coat in like 2-3 days, so I do like to give myself ridiculous projects with everything. I think I'm my own worst enemy. But yeah, on that fine note, I will catch up with you beautiful people a wee bit later as we get going with our day. But this morning is chill. I'm under a blanket, and yeah, we're just enjoying our morning. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you lovely folks a wee bit later. 2, 3, 4, 5. I like this one, you've only got to count to 5. Yeah, so this is how we are doing, you know. See, I'm already nearly a row down, so gonna be enjoying doing this morning. I'll catch up with you later. Bye. Hello, happy afternoon. It's 3:30. I had a nap. I got up till like 10:30, and yeah, needed a nap. That was a good nap. Woke up to it pelting it down with rain, and now we've got blazing sunshine. So yeah. That bloody ball of wool fell apart, so I wound it all up. I can see why people wind balls of wool. This is hard, solid, and it's great. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to do that to the other 2 I've got. I've got quite far. Let's just loosen up, take the crochet hook out. I'm part way through a row, but yeah, it's working out well. The only thing is, it is definitely too wide. I mean, look, there's my shoulders, there's the width of it. It's too wide, so it's going to actually wrap partly round the sides. And I'm going to make the back a bit smaller, so then there won't be any visible side seams, and it will scoop nicely round under the underarms is the plan. So yeah, so I slightly cocked this up. I even held it up against my sunflower cardigan, and it's like that much too wide each side on the back of that. So yeah, so it is too wide, so in reality it should be probably that. and yeah, that would fit fine. So yeah, I overdid it, but you know, by that much. It's quite a lot. So yeah, so I will have to go back in and revise the amount of slip stitches I start with, and also the measurement. So yeah, so I did measure it over my hoodie dress, and I think that is where I've got the excess from, is because I did it over my hoodie dress. I should have taken it off and done a proper bust measurement, but I didn't. So that's why it's that much too wide, but it's fine. I'll just have it more wrapping around the sides from the front and do a skinnier back, and just have some visible seams at the back. It's on the back of me, I can't see it, it's fine. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying how this wool is working up. It's so good, it's so colourful, it's like my hair but better. I mean, that bit of my hair is a bit shit, isn't it? But yeah, so thoroughly enjoying this wool. Pleased I have made it into a ball, so it is now not falling apart, and I will do that to the other two. It is working up quicker than I thought it would, which is great. I thought I'd be doing it forever, but as you get in a rhythm, because it's the same thing of 5 stitches 1, 5 stitches 1, you're getting a really good methodical bit going, and it's fun seeing how the colours work up and it changes as it goes. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying working with this. I thought we'd go make a cake, because cake. We're having that kind of self-indulgence. It's a rainbow day basically. It's like crocheting and rainbow. I don't know how to class a nap as a rainbow, but you know. But I have a rainbow themed cake mix, so I thought we'd go make a cake. Do you want to come with me to make a cake? The deal is you don't comment on the kitchen, because I'm due to do the washing up today, and I want to make a cake first. So yeah, so you're going to go on this side, and we're going to do it sideways, because that behind me needs washing up. There we go. Let's move the tea towel, shuffle it back. Let's adjust you. There we go. Cool. There. So yeah, what I did last year, yeah, technically last year, there's loads of baking mixes half price in Tesco. I don't know why, but this one goes out the end of the month, so we're going to do it, and it is a rainbow chip party cake. And I have some purple frosting in my cupboard from Halloween, and I do know if you whip it up in a bowl, it's really nice buttercream style. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a cake. I've already put I put a little bit of greaseproof in, just because where I've made pies in this cake tin, because I like deep pies, is put a few scratches in the bottom, so I put a little bit of paper in just for ease. We need to preheat the oven to 180, so let's do that. Let's chuck a light on. Actually, it's a bit not quite, is it? So yeah, no, I just thought, do you know how nice a big slab of cake, like I was saying yesterday when we made our fun little list, making a cake. Let's turn you down slightly, there's a lot of ceiling you're not needing to see. That's a bit better. Yeah, I've got a jug bowl thing here. Just spontaneously making a cake because you would like to. I'm definitely going to research a really bougie cookie recipe over the weekend and make that, because yeah, I keep thinking about the M&S cookies and how good they were, so I want to make some, basically. What am I needing? I've got oil, water in the tap, eggs. This is the pure reason why I bought eggs. But yeah, no. But yeah, no, sometimes you just need to do a bit of spontaneous baking. Could I make this from scratch? Of course I could. Do I want to currently make it from scratch? No, not really. If I have the thing here, and as I said, we're on a using stuff up kind of mission this month. We're using up what we got, you know, says she with cupcakes in the background, but Ryan has inhaled 3 of them already. They're not going to last long. But yeah, so I just thought it would be nice just to spontaneously do a bit of baking, because reasons. 90 ml. That's a lot of oil. I never put that much in. Do to there. The cool thing with this, I have a big jug. Let me show you it. From Costco of rapeseed oil. And I was trying to find an oil container. The glass ones were £6 for 2, and I only needed 1, and I don't use balsamic vinegar. But it was before pancake day, and they had this on the pancake stand. This is perfection for my oil, and it has measurements on the side. So yeah, so I'm going to put my finger to that bit there and squirt it in. But it does mean you can be really precise with how much you put in, like a frying pan, which I really enjoy, in the little clicky lid, and it's refillable with my big bottles. So I really rate these little squeezy bottles for oil. They work for me. Now we need some water, so I'm just going to do it straight out the tap on good old guesstimation. Oh god, excuse the child having a meltdown. School time is finished and children are not happy. Oh god, come on. You know when everything blocks the taps just enough to be annoying? That's the level my washing up bowl is right now. Just annoying. So yeah, let's get a spatula. And yeah, we're going to just literally mix this together. And then chuck it in the pan. I love a good cake mix sometimes. I mean, yeah. I do have an automatic pilot cake recipe in my brain of 6 of flour, 4 sugar, 4 butter, 2-3 eggs, a bit of vanilla. Is my go-to just cake. But sometimes pre-made cakes just taste different, and you fancy that kind of shit cake. So yeah, so it is quite nice just to make a shit cake for reasons. So yeah. And you can always lick the bowl, which is kind of the best thing about being a grown adult, is there's no one to tell you can't. In many words, oh no, eggs. Oof. Don't really care, to be honest. I've got more sick from meat, and you know, rice was the recent one, wasn't it? But yeah, I've got more sick from anything else. Eggs I have never been ill from. So yeah. But to be fair though, people, you know, will soft boiled eggs, they're not 100% cooked today. So there we go, that is the ease of it all. I'll have to show you when it's poured out. You can slightly see it as I'm pouring it, but it's got like these rainbow like round sprinkle chips in it. They're not like big sprinkles, they're not like little sprinkles, they're big sprinkles. So yeah, so they give it the rainbow thing, because obviously here in the UK compared to America, we don't, all our sprinkles and all the things and like made up in natural colours and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, kind of how it rolls. So, but there is cake mix. I'm pleased I did the deeper pan now. I'm going to put that in the oven for 22 to 27 minutes, and then I'm going to leave it to cool, and then we're going to whip up this purple frosting. I'm not going to do spooky things on it, but I'm going to get some sprinkles out of the cupboard if I've got some, because I gave my mum a whole load recently. I have to dig out and see if I've got any sprinkles. If not, we'll just have it. To be fair, I prefer the icing, so I think we're just going to do icing. But yeah, so that is the aim, is yeah, rainbow cake with purple icing, and I'm going to do it in the middle and on top, because you need the right distribution of icing to cake. Just in the middle isn't enough, on top the bottom of the cake is dry. So yeah, so I'm going to put this in the oven. Catch up with you a bit later as we, you know, ice a cake, or I'll show you the final thing when it's done. But yeah, so we can have some cake, and I'm going to make myself some very belated lunch because I'm starving. I'm going to have my last 2 lemon and blueberry hot cross buns, some crisps and little bits. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you a bit later. Just a final clip of the day. Here's my cake. I've put it in the tin upside down, so then it's easy to cut and keep dry. I did do some washing up as well, so yeah. Did do some house jobs, but I am done for the day. I've been crocheting, and yeah, so Rise home from college. We're gonna have meatball Subways for dinner, which would be great, and obviously cake for pudding. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, happy Friday. I've just had a shower. You know when you get to that I'm just gross, I'm really fucking gross feeling. I hate that, so yeah. I'm not usually one to morning shower. I really needed it today. So I'm feeling a lot more human. So yeah, so frog jumper, orange trousers, pink socks. We're going out obnoxious today. We are going out the house. I was just mooching the squinting as you do when you doom scroll, and saw a thing saying, actually this will be out tonight, so if you have Tesco Mobile, if you have a Tesco Club card and you have the little app on your phone, check, and there is 3 months free Disney for now. You know, you get it, no offers, no have to use your points. Just because you have a club card, you get 3 months Disney. Mine is about to run out, so yeah, I'm going to readjust and cancel the yearly payment, because I'm not paying 130 quid. Me and Rai discussed it the other day, and we were discussing the options you can have. I was like, do we want streaming on 2 devices at the same time and no ads, or do we want 2 devices and ads to save 3 quid? He went, no ads. I was like, fair enough, it is the only streaming service we pay for. So yeah, and I was like, that is cool. So, but if I get 3 months free and then go to the paying, I think it's £8.99 a month, it then makes it cheaper than the annual price of £89. So basically I'm saving a tenner, which is pretty good. Tenner's a tenner. But while I was on there, it showed me my club card, you know, bits, and it said you have £22 in vouchers, and I'm like, fuck. No I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure why, because obviously I just click bits and enter competitions and do stuff when I'm bored. I had 20 quid's worth of club card vouchers added to it. It may be from Tesco Mobile, or doing that sort of end of year thing, you know, all the things you bought. I don't know, but either way, 20 quid's worth of club card vouchers I wasn't expecting. So yeah, because yeah, I made a cake yesterday, as you saw. It was fucking hideous. It was so bad. The cake mix it runs out on the 30th, so I don't think that was good. And the icing tasted like plasticine. It was weird. It was not sweet. It was plasticine. It was gross. So still in date, but it was gross. I was like, so I just threw the whole cake in the bin. It was gross. So a bit gutted about that. So now that I have an extra, I didn't plan it, 20 quid. Gonna pop into town today. Gonna take a bag or 2 stuff to the charity shop. It'd be great. Because I'm going to buy a weekly bus ticket, because I'm going out today, which is £5. Monday for my sister moving, £5. And then of course it carry on into next week. So, you know, if I do charity stuff tomorrow while Ryan's out because he's off to the communal workspace, that's another £5. Or a walk, and then £2.70. So yeah, so I'm like, it's just making sense to spend the money on a weekly bus ticket for the next week. There are plenty, and then I've got food shopping next week. There's another £5. So yeah, so it quickly adds up. And that's just with 2 journeys, by the way, is a £5. Any extras would be more, technically. So yeah, so I'm like, no, this is making sense. So, and obviously I won't be just round for moving day. If my sister needs me other days of next week, I can go up there and be like, cool, you got all the shit in, do you want someone to just come unpack your clothes or build a Kallax unit, you know? So I can go be helpful next week, which will be very nice. So yeah, so it gives me the option and the ability to say, I'm here, what do you need a hand with? So yeah, so that will be very nice to be able to go do. But yeah, so today we're going to go to town, drop off a couple of charity bags, and go to Tesco, and we're going to go buy a whole load of nice chocolate. We need chocolate buttons, we're going to get a bar or two of chocolate. I already have normal and dark chocolate chips, of cocoa, and all the bits to do cookies. So we're going to make bougie cookies. Not necessarily today, maybe over the weekend, I'm not sure. I still don't know if I'm going to weekend vlog or not. You know, I'm in that kind of unknown at the moment. I mean, I might make cookies and I might just do a video about the cookies, you know, we'll see. But yeah, so that is a game, you know, a ball point of, yeah, our day today and then into next week. I'm going to very quickly blow dry my hair just because it needs a quick I'm going to show you how far I got on the crochet yesterday, because it is literally 24 hours of crochet, because I started it at about 10 o'clock Wednesday night and I stopped at about 10:30, just before 10:30 yesterday night, which is Thursday. So yeah, so it's exactly 24 hours of how far did I crochet in 24 hours. And I wasn't doing it all day either. I weaved in all the seams on the baby blanket. That's now finished, it just needs a steam. So I'm going to do that today. I've got a card and a bag and all the stuff, so I'm going to bag that up so that it's ready to rock and roll. And then I can carry on doing the ends on my sunflower cardigan. But yeah, I've learned I really fucking hate weaving it. Also, when my hair is wet, you can see how it has a slight curl in it. My hair curls quite prominently from the ears downwards, but I don't let it grow from the ears downwards, but it gets that lovely, very symmetrical wave in it. But yeah, my hair does have an element of curl in it. My sister has done curly girl stuff on me, but I just don't have the patience for it. So yeah, and I obviously cover it in bleach and chemicals and cut it and all sorts of stuff. I'm a bit, you know, if it was the rule tomorrow we had to be bald, I would go ahead and shave it. I did a couple of years ago. I'll put a picture in here for funsies. But yeah, I shaved all my hair off, just, you know, I was like, fuck it, shave my hair off. So I did, and oh, I felt like the most glamorous potato in the world. Loved it. Did not quite like the growing out process though, when you get to the sort of spiky porcupine stage. So yeah, so I do like it this short length, and then I let it grow to ear length. Get to the point where I'm like, I have to clip it, I have to style it, I have to put it up in a ponytail or a plait every day, then I cut it back short. Rinse and repeat is how I go. I do not let my hair grow past my ears. At one point I let it get shoulder length and I really didn't. No. So yeah. So let me just plaster my hair with a hairdryer, and yeah, I will come back to you and show you crochet. So enjoy this teeny tiny time lapse, because why not? That took exactly 1 minute, by the way. That is the level my hair takes to do. A minute. So yeah. Also, this is a very good hairdryer. It's a Tresemme one. I got cheap in Asda. Because, you know, my kid has long hair and he has beautifully curly hair he won't let me do stuff on, which I understand, but still doesn't mean I can't like chuck curl cream in it every now and then and diffuse it slightly, so then he gets some nice bits going. So we can leave that to cool for a sec, balance it on my thing. I don't need to brush my hair today because it's not big. So actually, 2 secs, I'm going to get some makeup. I'm going to do some makeup, I think. There we go. I'm not doing full face makeup because, no, I don't want to do foundation right now. I'm going to do some eye stuff, some dots, some blush and some mascara. First, let me show you my crochet though. Number one, I wound my ball of wool into a proper one. Works wonderfully. Stopped falling apart, because basically it just kept falling apart. This is how far I got in 24 hours. it is very wide, I will say that. Damn it. Sorry. Took the hook out thinking I've made a big enough loop and I hadn't. Just save this quickly. Reloop that. In there. There we go. Pull out a massive loop and hold the loop. But yeah, it's still very wide. It's going to wrap slightly around my sides. I've decided I'm going to still going to do a vest, because I was like, oh, I could do a bag. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do a vest. I'm going to wrap it round. It's going to be the front, but I'm going to wrap it around the sides. And have seams on the back. And the back is going to be smaller. So that's how I'm going to fix it. But yeah, note to self, when you measure yourself, do it, you know, over a thin t-shirt, maybe not an oversized hoodie dress you made 2 years ago. You are not the size you were 2 years ago. Even then, it's an oversized hoodie dress, because I made it several years before. But you know, that's too sensible. So yeah, let's do some makeup. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's do the dot first. Just because the dot is always the fun bit. I do have a mirror. I'm going to try and angle my mirror just below, yeah, just below the camera. So you can see what the hell I'm doing. Because so many times I angle the mirror somewhere funny, don't I? So, she says dropping the shit. Let's sit the makeup down. There we go. So yeah, so let's do some makeup and just have a bit of a natter. But yeah, I didn't go back to bed this morning, which was amazing. Well, I did go back to bed, but I didn't go back to sleep. That's the difference. So yeah, I had another good night's sleep, which helps a lot. I think the turning everything off before bed is working, as is the no screen. Yeah, I've obviously I'm not gonna, you know, bullshit it. I do doom scroll TikTok at least for like 20 minutes in bed while you're warming up the duvet, but I do stop tech in the living room and yeah, all that. But I did sit last night and just crochet in that like hour downtime, and it was lovely. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for, I love this stick. It's like just a little bit of colour and glitter without any real effort, and it is an easy clean up, and you can back and forth it if you want to do it a bit thicker, and just yeah, be really not precise, which is my favourite thing to be, is a bit slapdash sometimes, because I'm so precise and so a bit in control of too much in life. Being a bit slapdash is very freeing sometimes. So where are we? Oh, use those two. Let's do some mascara. So curl the lashes. But yeah, this is literally it, glitter on a dot. Although I will obviously fix the other mini dot. So yeah, I'm loving my dot eyeliner, by the way. But yeah, I saved loads of actually inspo on Pinterest. So had a bit of a fun clear out of some old boards on Pinterest. Had a whole board of Harry Potter, but that went. Lovely nostalgia in that, you know, there were books I read and got me into magic and different ways of, you know, thinking differently and embracing all kinds of fun stuff, but no TERFs. J.K. Rowling can get in the bin, basically. So yeah, so I have a massive Harry Potter tattoo, and then she came out as a massive TERF, which really put a dampener on having half of your arm, you know. But the way I figure it is Alnwick Castle. So yeah, so it's a cool castle in the UK, and it is the bit of, you know, that I really discovered. It's more to do with my childhood love of reading than magic. well, a childhood love of reading and magic compared to being a Harry Potter nut, you know, is my thoughts on it. So yeah, so I don't have Harry Potter things. I got rid of them. We got rid of books. The only one I kept was my mum on my 18th or 21st. The last book came out, and obviously there was that price war about the price of the book, so we went to Asda. My mum worked there at the time, and it came out on my birthday, literally 10 midnight. I turned 21, I think it was, and I got the book, you know, and my mum had kept one of them, which was very sweet. So for my 30th, it was all the rage at the time, you know, that paper folding, where you folded the pages of books and made pictures or names. My mum got my name written in it, which I thought was really sweet. So yeah, so that is about the only thing I've kept. But even then, because, you know, my mum has learned about all the things as time goes on, and she's just stay in the loop on a lot of stuff. She is now a terminal TikTok scroller like the rest of us human beings as well. And yeah, she's like, I can understand if you want to get rid of it, which was very sweet of her actually. And I'm like, no, that was a thoughtful gift, and we're Brian in a buggy asleep, and it was, yeah, it was a real family affair. I remember pushing the buggy. My mum kind of had was controlling it, and I was using it to read the book. So yeah, so you know, it has fun associations with a birthday for me. But yeah, so that was quite funny going through my Pinterest board and really having a good fuck it, chuck it stuff. And I'm like, why do I have this? You know, so I did that. Which felt very freeing, because it's, yeah, clearing up some digital stuff, which is quite nice. And then, yeah, got rid of some hockey stuff, because ice hockey was something I watched and was a big thing when I was a teenager. I still love to sit and watch a game if it's ever on. We even sat and watched it when we were in Paris last April on the TV. But yeah, it's not my be all and end all anymore, but I will happily say, if someone says you're a football fan, I say no, I'm an ice hockey fan. So yeah, so you know, I spent my teenage years going to the ice hockey. So I'm trying to figure out blush, and you know when you're trying to look at blush in like daylight to figure it, is it a bit heavy? Yes. Do I care? No, let's make it heavier on this side so it matches. There we go. Doing the old mean one. So yeah, there we go. I've got some makeup on today, so I'm looking like a human. I've put myself through the shower. Oh, someone would be mistaken for thinking I'm perfectly normal. But yeah, so yeah, that was highly entertaining, going through a whole load of stuff and cringing at yourself. So yeah, and a whole load of weird trauma stuff. And I'm like, why do I have these pictures? I don't need to look at these pictures ever again. That's really quite... no. So yeah, so that was the thing. So I did that the other day. Going round on my tangent. But yeah. Oh, so no, so yeah, we're gonna head out to town. I've just got to go brush my teeth. And yeah, gonna go do... there is a charity shop right next to Tesco. I might go boot to charity shop because, yeah. It's always affectionately called the treasure shop because it used to be where you found all the treasures. So yeah, and there is one, that's the one where there's an air ambulance nearby. So I have 2 bags of clothes actually, and the air ambulance is more of a closed one. So I think I'll put the bags of clothes in my little wheelie trolley, take that to town with me, drop them off, and then yeah, pop in the one next door, which can have some fun stuff, and they have wall and craft stuff. So have a quick mooch there, then go to Tesco. I'm going to get some chocolate milks. I'm going to get myself some Lucasades. I really fancy some raspberry Lucasades. Get the baking bits, and yeah, just get a few niceys because we can. And it's just, yeah, it's a nice freebie, and I could save it and be sensible for next week, but you know, sometimes you just want to have a bit of irresponsible moment, but this is responsible irresponsible. So yeah, so it's literally 5 to 9, so I think I'm going to give it half hour, because everyone's finishing school and school runs and all that stuff. So yeah, so I'm going to give it half hour so the buses aren't heaving, basically. Be on the bus for half hour, and also then everything is open. And yeah, go do stuff this morning, get that done, come back home. And I don't really know what I'm doing my day after that. So yeah, we will see. But yeah, feeling very human. I'm going to put some nice lip balm on. I'm going to put some of my La Roche-Posay stuff on, because yeah, my lips aren't being the grandest right now, and that stuff is wizardry. Either that or I've got my NUX one. I do have bougie French lip balms because I'm bougie apparently. Nah, it's just I bought them on watching too many French pharmacy hauls before I went to Paris and discovered skincare and all the nice stuff, which we won't judge my skin right now because it is so thirsty and so blotchy, and I have not done anything with it for like a week and a bit. So yeah, I did kind of pick some scabs, but in my defense they are pink underneath, so but yeah, I have got some fun. That's a doozy. Hormonal acne going on right now. I think it's hormonal, I don't know. Stress, hormonal, what the fuck, acne basically. But yeah, so I'm going to brush my teeth and slowly get myself ready to be on a bus in half hour. I probably won't film anything in town just because town, unless there's anything hilarious or entertaining in the charity shops or Tesco. I will say, I know usually I do a pan over of bits and pieces, you know, like Easter and that. I won't be doing any pan overs of Mother's Day stuff as a heads up, because we don't Mother's Day in our household. Or, you know, I love my mum to the moon and back, but due to not having grandparent relationships anymore, we decided last year we don't Mother's Day, and also my stepdad lost his mum. So this will be his first year without it. So yeah, so we just don't Mother's Day. It works for us. So yeah, that is kind of why you won't see any Mother's Day stuff. All well and good if you do, amazing. But yeah, we don't, because not everyone does, you know. It's just how it is really. So hey-o. What am I liking on Facebook? Cat Cafe, very cool, but no. Coolio, I'm going to go and I will catch up with you when I'm back from town. We'll do a mini haul and we'll see what the hell we're getting on with our day. But yeah, I'm going to finish getting ready, do teeth, lip balm, shoes, deodorant. I keep forgetting deodorant. So yeah, and I'm going to look at that spot in the mirror just because, yeah, reasons. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you when I'm back from town. Bye. Hello, back from town. Ended up actually going via my mum's, which was really nice. My sister was there from dropping off Spider. Got to say hello to VTech. My other sister was there as well. My mum, bless her, she's so poorly. But yeah, it was nice to be able to see her face, and yeah, just see her for a bit. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh, I've got a nice cracking headache. There is the biggest rain cloud right above. It's followed on the bus home. It's like bright sunshine and dark purple clouds level. So it's about to get darker and then peer down. In fact, it's starting to spit as I was coming in. But yeah, so I've got a pressure headache. Once it rains, it should go. But kind of going to be having these all weekend, which is going to be great. So I don't think I'm going to vlog this weekend. I'm going to test out the cookie recipe. If it's good, I will make it as a little video. So I think that's kind of the plan, is I'm going to have a little break from filming this weekend. It's going to be bright but chilly, and then pressures, and yeah, Ryan's out for a day of it. I want to just crack on and do some organising. Seems the most sensible thing to do. So yeah, so I've got some goodies in Tesco. I've got a couple of reductions. All together, before reductions and promotions and everything, it was 52.55. I was never spending that much. £14.64 in promotions came off, and then £22 came off in vouchers. So I spent £15.91. Still a bit more than I wanted to spend, but I did pick up stuff off the reduced shelf that is for other things, so yeah. So let's start off with a soft bag of stuff. This is all from Tesco. Hot cross buns. I've got strawberry ones, but you know when you just like normal ones as well. Rolls to do yourself some lunch now. And yesterday Ryan slightly lamented that we didn't have any paninis. I didn't buy him the ones in Aldi because he grizzled about them having too many holes. Tism teens. So he's got the Tesco bakery ones. I did grab a couple cans of Coke Zero from the stairs. Fresh pasta as a nice side to some dinners. Because of said pressure, both me and Ryan have been really quite hammering the one loom pack of migraine tablets I've got. So I've got this another 2. These by themselves were like £4.50, but they're like ibuprofen with an extra, and they do work really well on headaches. 2 packs of squares. I got 3 packs of chicken for the boy. So I did still get some normal food shopping stuff that I just didn't pick up. I really wanted crunchies. A 4-pack was £2. A 9-pack was £3. I got crunchies. I'm gonna hide them in my room though. Baking chocolate. 2 bars of dark, 2 bars of milk, a pack of normal buttons and a pack of white chocolate buttons. So technically if I go halves on the buttons and then 1 bar of chocolate each, and maybe some chocolate chips, that is a pretty good triple chocolate cookie recipe, I thought. So yeah, so those are for cookies. When I last did proper baking, I knew I didn't have tons of baking butter, so I got a massive stalk. I haven't bought actual proper stalk in ages, so yeah, so I got one of them. As a treat, got me and Ryan a big chocolate gateau as a treat. It just needs to defrost. And unlike the last one I had, I'm not going to leave it on the side and remember it the next morning, where then it's gone gross, so you have to put it in the bin. So yeah, so actually going to just defrost it in the fridge and eat it. So yeah, oh yeah, and I've got 2 cartons of chocolate milk for the boy, because he has the fudge ones, because Aldi don't sell normal milk, chocolate milk now, just fudge. And then I've got my 2 packs of raspberry Lucasades. I did forget to mention when I did my Aldi haul the other day, I did get Ryan like 4 packs of normal Lucasades, because that was why I went out and did big food shop, or big-ish food shop. These are my bits off of the reduced thing. For £2.61 I got a pack of paper, because this literally is 250 sheets. This could be like 4, maybe 5, 4 sewing patterns. So yeah, so I'm always on the hunt for paper. So I picked that up because the packet's ripped. Oh no, I'm going to rip the packet to use it. And then these were fun to try and get through the till. They didn't want to. You got there in the end. These are Tesco pillowcases. There's grey and white. These were reduced to £1.20 a pack. Ryan has spare pillows on his bed. I have spare pillows on my bed. We always need extra pillowcases. Especially going on holiday. I always take spare pillowcases because I and my colourful head of hair dyed pillowcases the first time I went away, and immediately had to sleep with a cardigan wrapped around my pillow to stop it getting on the pillowcase. So, because I didn't know the supermarket had a big homeware section upstairs. So yeah, so I now travel with pillowcases, and I thought these will be good to have anyway, and travel pillowcases. So yeah, so I've got some pillowcases that were a pretty good bargain. That is everything I picked up. Was all of it necessary? No. But was it a really good treat? Yes. I dropped off the 3 bags of charity bits at the air ambulance, which is great. My camera battery's flashing at me now. But yeah, so I'm going to round up the vlog here because I'm not really going to do much more this afternoon. Quietly sit and crochet, and yeah, I'm going to have this weekend to organise and tidy. So yeah, it's going to be very chill. But no, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and yeah, we'll catch up next week. And yeah, I'll let you know how the cookies turned out and if I'll be filming a video. But yeah, so have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, give us a subscribe, a like, comment, all the good stuff. Let me know about you. How's your week been? And yeah, I'll catch up with all you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.